It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why.
Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
Yay!
Yay!
You know, it's a shame we're not recording this on either a Tuesday or a Thursday, because that would make sense. Taco Tuesday.
What do you mean? It is Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you not remember? We record this on the day of.
That's true. Even
Yeah.
though, don't we release it at midnight on Monday?
That's true. No. Yeah, midnight on Tuesday. So at the very start of Tuesday, so that everybody else
Fair.
has the rest of the day to marvel in our genius.
Absolutely. As it should be.
That's just like, why are you overinflating your own ego, Nicholas?
My ego is already overinflated.
You mean like the doctors?
No.
There was one time when his ego is always overinflated.
Well, not always. There are times when he's humble and it goes against him because he's trying not to do something.
That's true.
That he could very easily do.
Yeah.
But then there are other times where he's, I am the Time Lord Invincible, or whatever he calls himself. I can't remember.
Victorious.
Victorious, that's
Oh
it.
my God. This was David Tennant's run. Are you kidding me? Like, why do you not remember anything?
The one that I saw like 15 years ago when it first premiered.
Oh, yeah. When you first turned 50.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're going to make jokes about that now since you're the one who started it.
Do you not remember the Beatles song, When I'm 64? That was written about me when the Beatles were still alive.
Okay. Sure. Nice. Good to know that you're about 90 years old now. Anyway, welcome to another episode of the JavaScript.
Woo!
There you go.
Thank you, live studio.
Thank you, live studio audience. We were waiting for you. Obviously, they still need a cue in order to
Who sneaks the air horn in here? You bastards.
That was the worst acting I've ever heard.
Was it though?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I've forgotten what other things we've got.
Oh
on
my
here.
God.
Does that say monster?
Monster?
Yeah, oh yeah.
The monster.
Oh, I
voice.
see. Okay.
That's the one that we kept messing up on like the first episode, I think.
Yeah.
You're like,
I remember that.
EA Sports. And then
The
it's
game,
just
and it just wasn't working.
it was just your voice. Oh my God. And there's also, I think there's a that's what she said button.
There is. I saw it. It's on this page.
Oh.
I think. Is
That's what she said.
Yeah, of course. We have Michael Scott. Ooh.
The live studio audience didn't like that one.
Yeah. But anyway.
I was introducing the wheel of. What do we call it again?
Free wheel.
That one too.
Yeah, but like we're not there yet. Okay. Nick, I think if I left you, if I wasn't here to co-host this podcast, you would just be here playing those sounds all
100%.
day long.
This is ADHD Simulator. You should have. So before Gerard arrived, so you can see the remnants of the setup that I had. So I had my Xbox going on the main TV. I had football going on that computer.
Yeah.
I had YouTube going on this computer, and I had my phone here plugged in, and I was playing a mobile game.
Oh.
I had 4 screens going at the same time.
How do you ever get anything done while you're working from home, man? Is that the laptop, or is that your laptop?
Both
or
of
is
those
that-
are my laptops.
No, but which one's your work laptop?
Oh, that's in my car.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I haven't
Of
brought
course,
that in.
of course it is. You work from home tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow, and yet you don't have your work laptop out, or you just are not even thinking about it.
Yeah, because it's the weekend.
Okay.
I'm not going to think about that until tomorrow.
But you do work. Okay, anyway. So we're going to get started now before we ramble on for the next 20, 30, 40 hours.
We would never do that.
Yes, we will.
In the last episode, we were only rambling for 26 minutes.
Nope. Before we actually got to the meat of the topic, and that's why the episode was 50 minutes long.
You could say before we got to the spaghetti bolognese.
Instead of the raining tacos, we will now be talking about the spaghetti bolognese. Everybody. Is that how it goes? No.
Almost.
Do you need to remind everybody how it goes?
I can do, but they might all leave.
Oh. I mean, who knows? We will not know until these episodes release, which is actually tonight, right? Because we're recording this on the day
Oh,
of.
of course.
Yeah,
Absolutely. This is Monday, January the 28th. Would that be right?
Well, the 21st is Tuesday, so no.
So Monday the 27th. No, 29th. No.
No.
Yes, I was right. Yeah, 27th.
Is
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Jetzt wird genudelt. Abmarsch! Die Spaghetti Bolognese.
That's enough of that. That's enough of that.
Before everyone does leave.
Yes, exactly. So the topic for this week, let me get the drum roll ready here. The topic for this
You mean the
week.
one that I was playing?
Yeah.
Over and over and over again?
Yes, but now, no, stop.
He's
Stop.
blocking me from
You're not
playing.
you're not gonna press it. So
You didn't
Stop
cover
it.
the whole thing.
so the topic for this week, we have decided before we started recording, because we realized whenever we spin the wheel as we're recording, we kind of get caught off guard and we're not exactly ready.
That doesn't sound like us.
I mean, I thought it would help, the ADHD thing, right? Because we can, if there's a topic that we veer into, we seem to research it a lot faster. But when there's a topic that we actually have to focus on, we seem to like stumble on it.
Focus, what's that?
Yeah, what is focus? Who knows? Can you imagine? I just name this whole podcast Focus Podcast.
And then everyone's like, boo.
Boo. Anyway, so we don't since we don't know what the topic is gonna be, but we have time to research. I hope.
Oh, I thought you were saying right now. I was like, no, we know what the topic's
Yeah.
going to be. We already spun the wheel.
No, I know. Yeah, but so since we know the topic now and we have had time to research, I hope that this will come together a lot better than our previous episode. So shall we introduce a topic, Nicholas?
Indeed.
Finally, go ahead and press the drum roll. r/tragedy, but spelled like it's a tragic name. So, yes, exactly. We have more than once discussed on this podcast names that do not make sense, both in spelling and pronunciation.
Looking at you, Ireland.
Yes, exactly. I have recently watched an episode of Doctor Who where I questioned Nick about one of the characters' names. Her name is Maeve Arden, and the name is spelled Maebh instead of with a V or something. I don't have a problem with the name Maeve, but the way it's spelled is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, is she Irish? Is she Welsh? Is she something else?
The way the British Isles work, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? And so I recently stumbled upon a subreddit called r/tragedy. To people who are familiar with how people today name their kids, you know how it's spelled, right?
Well, here, I've got an example for you. So this is from back in the Vine days.
Yes.
So if you were going to spell Erica, how would you spell it?
Erica. I would also accept K or CK.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Would you accept AIR
Oh, off to a great start.
WRECKA?
Erica
Yeah.
McBride.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this was one of those that was doing the rounds during the Vine days.
Erica. She looks like the woman who's like, oh my god, there was a woman on Vine that looks exactly like her that like said some weird shit. I don't remember who it was.
She wasn't the one from the Antoine Dodson video, wasn't she?
Probably.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. They're stealing everyone.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's probably who I'm thinking about. Hide your kids, hide your wife.
There's him, but then there's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's his mum or like a neighbor or something. There's a woman in there that says some crazy shit as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I don't even know. I don't remember.
Some crazy.
Why do we even attempt at censoring anything, Nick?
Well, it's to stop them from coming after us, because we are making an attempt. It's just not a very
There
good
was a-
attempt.
There's a subreddit called r/there was an attempt.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
An
anyway,
attempt was made.
an attempt was made, yeah. So, and we also discussed the name Absidy on this podcast previous.
Cough.
Absidy and Nevea, which is heaven spelled backwards. And of course, Absidy is ABCDE. Has your opinions changed about that, Nick, since that episode aired?
No, they've only gotten stronger.
Would you ever? Okay, what if you met an Absidy in real life and you actually saw that that's how her name's spelled? Because it's a predominantly feminine name. For some reason, they've deemed it feminine. It's literally the first 5 letters of the alphabet, but they've deemed it feminine.
It would depend on the person. If they were an idiot and there was someone that I didn't like, then it would give me extra ammunition against them. But
Okay.
if they were actually nice, it's like,
So if you
you're
like,
abs.
I think abs would work more for an Abby or Abigail, right? But not an Absidy.
I mean, it's the first 3 letters. Abs.
That's true. Abs. But well, when you when you first meet them, would you say like "fuck off"?
Probably.
Or would you say "F off"?
Probably.
Yeah.
My-
Hi, my name is Absidy. Okay, that's fair. But
Yeah.
let's see how you would feel about a person.
Oh, God.
I don't even know how to pronounce this name. First of all, I think it's Jack Seal, right?
Oh, God.
And so already that name is unusual.
Jack Sill.
Jack Seal. That's my best guess, but take a look.
What the? There's like 17 consonants and 3 vowels. What the hell?
So it is spelled, for our listeners, JAICKXEILL.
There's no. No.
Jake Seal or something like that.
It's probably Jashel or something like that.
Or Joshua. Something.
Yeah,
I mean, I
exactly.
wouldn't put it past them, right?
Oh my God. It doesn't have a comment with someone being like, actually, it's Brittany. Or something like that.
I was looking up, like, I think after we were talking about like the Irish names, I was looking up this like law in Sweden where there was a law against like, unusual names.
I know
Right.
that in Mexico, you can't name your kid Batman.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
It's literally against the law to name yourself Batman. Or to name your
mean-
kid Batman. I don't know if you can change your name to be Batman. But
I mean, you know what? I can change my name to be Batman, and that's all that matters.
I mean, you could if you want to.
Yeah. That's all that matters. Anyway, so in Sweden, as a protest, they named their child like this long random string of letters and numbers too.
Oh, God.
Right? It's like they just slammed their hand on a keyboard.
Also, just regular Swedish. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, roasted. But yeah, so they named their kid a random string of letters and said that it was pronounced Albin. Of course, Sweden rejected that.
of course.
They just did it in protest.
Well, actually, they probably just got inspiration from one of the names at IKEA.
Yeah, probably.
They just went to a table and were like, "Oh, that's a beautiful name."
Yeah, most of IKEA, I think they ran out of names in IKEA, so they just slammed their fingers into the keyboard and whatever comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
Speaking
the
of
name.
Sweden, did you know that Bluetooth was named after a Viking?
Is it?
Yeah, Harold Bluetooth.
That's
And it was
wow.
named after him because he brought the kingdoms of Scandinavia together. So
Damn.
Bluetooth connects people. So that's where they got it from, and they used his sigil.
Yeah.
That's where the Bluetooth logo comes from.
See, I'm always surprised that the names of companies are actually the last name. Imagine my surprise when I first learned that Disney was a person's last name, and it sounds so strange. Walt Disney.
No, it was one of those things where
Yeah.
it's like he was trying to decide, and he couldn't decide between Disney and Daphne.
I'm gonna mute your mic, Nick.
That's
you
fair.
keep going.
That's fair.
I'm gonna mute your mic. I swear to God. But yeah, so moving on from that joke, right? There was a bit, and I'm gonna mention Smosh the movie. I don't know if anyone has seen it. It's
They made a movie?
yeah. So Smosh the movie is an objectively bad movie, right? And they've addressed it on the channel, saying that it's an awful movie, right?
Did they do it badly on purpose? Or like...
I think I think they were trying to make it actually good, but the producers who made it are obviously Hollywood producers who didn't know anything about that YouTube channel.
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
in the movie, there's a character who owns YouTube or is a CEO of YouTube, played by Michael Ian Black, and his name is Steve YouTube.
Nice.
Yes, and he's talking to like all his clients, saying he's like, he's like talking smack about the owner or the CEO of Snapchat, Billy Snapchat, right? He's like, I don't care what Billy Snapchat says. Billy Snapchat is a little bitch.
That is objectively funny.
Yes, it was hilarious. And then Steve YouTube turns to Ian and Anthony, right? Who was like, "Hey, we need your help," right? And he was like, "Sorry, I was talking to Ted Google." So
Not Gary Google.
no, it wasn't Gary Google. No, but yeah. So that was just kind of surprising. But yeah. Anyway, moving on to the names. Right. I'm just gonna show you this one.
Oh dear.
Okay. And look, he looks
Should
like
I get the sensor bar ready?
Yeah, you should. Because it is a name that makes sense, right? It's a name that we've heard before, but with a weird twist.
Okay.
Okay. And he looks like a contestant on a game show, right? So I'm just
God.
going to show you. His name is Jathan. Jathan. So Nathan, but with a J.
Well, maybe his mum was called Jessica, and it's like, and his dad was called Nathan, and they were like, "Oh, it's
Jathan. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them if yeah, you know, if Jathan was like, you know, their love team name.
fair."
Yeah.
Fair.
Like, I mean, I don't know. How do you
Yeah.
feel about Jathan?
The only reason I didn't go to the censor bar is because that looks like it's from the 70s.
Yeah.
And they were probably on LSD at the time. So it's one of those things where it's like, you know, it's not the worst that could have happened.
LSD or cocaine,
Exactly.
or you know, one
They
of the
were on
other
Lakeshore Drive.
recreational drugs. Yeah, yeah. Or I mean, he looks like his parents would be like, I don't know, like one of those like naturists who smoke weed.
I mean, he already looks like he's stolen his mum's hair, bless him.
Yes, exactly. You know what? That hair, yeah, that hair. He looks like his mom's name would be like Barbara,
Yeah.
right? So Bathan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bathan.
God, that's because of the way that Bay has been used in our society in this day and age.
Yeah.
Bathan is a terrifying name.
But you know what? I feel like that would be a real person's name. Bathan.
Just like, oh, so what did you do this weekend? Oh, I just hung out with my Bathan.
Okay. You know what? I got to give that to you. That was a good joke.
Thank you.
That was
Thank
good.
you.
That was
Thank
good. Okay. But yeah, so anyway, moving on.
Yep.
Moving on from Jathan. This one is also a relatively common name, right? You've heard of the name Mercedes, right?
Yep.
So, as you know, also Mercedes-Benz is obviously a person's last name,
Yep.
right? And has been used commonly as the first name.
Yep.
How do you think it is spelled? Take a wild guess.
Oh no.
The wildest guess.
Oh no.
Mercedes.
If I was going to be ridiculous, I don't know, like M-U-R.
Not quite that far. Yeah. But it is quite ridiculous. Let me show you.
Please do.
So it is spelled Mersayydes. Mercedes. Mercedes.
What does Mer say? Mercedes.
Mercedes. D's nuts.
Got him.
Got him. That meme probably hasn't been relevant for like 10 years now.
Oh no, it's still relevant.
No, probably not. I don't think so.
It's still relevant.
Maybe in your twisted opinion.
Well, I was
who
going
knows?
to say it's still relevant on the YouTubers that I watch, but then again, they're all my age because I've grown
Yeah.
up with them, so it probably isn't relevant, to be fair.
Is Make Me Bad 35 still on YouTube?
I don't know, who the bloody hell's that?
Oh my God. And you say I'm uncultured.
Well, I don't know, when did they come out?
I don't know.
Because if it was like 2016 or 2017, I was already pretty set in
Oh,
my
no,
ways,
this guy was
but-
like from 2006.
Oh, see, that was the other direction.
Okay.
I didn't get onto YouTube until like 2010, 2011.
Oh, there it is.
So they were probably too early for me.
I mean, he was at his peak in the 2010s, but he did start all the way in 2006.
Yeah.
Or like really early YouTube.
Fair.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on. Okay. So this one, this one is a lot of names at once, and it's from a book full of baby names, right? And somebody said, somebody tweeted, just found an Easter egg in my baby names book, and I am dead. So, take a look at this. Hold on, let me zoom in on it for you. Take a look at this list of names. So it starts off with the name Gax, Gax, nickname, and then goes on to a whole bunch of nicknames. So
nickname is the Fat Man.
yes, one of the nicknames is Fat Man. As in, like, literally, F-A-T-M-A-N. Fat Man. Fat Man. Yes. And then he has sisters named Moo, Spamela, Beer, Soup, and John.
Spamela. Oh, my God.
Spamela. I don't know if this is a joke, but who knows. I like how the sisters' names are Moo, Spamela, Beer, Soup, and then there's just John. John, as in like John, John. Okay, sisters' names. So brothers, suggestions for brother names is Flax, as in like flaxseed. Vilks, which is V-I-L-X. Clax, which is C-L-A-X. Eleanor, for some reason.
As a brother's name?
Yeah, Eleanor. And then there's just Zax, X-A-X.
Are this lot from Rexacaricofallapatorius or something?
Yes, they are.
What the hell?
Yes.
Are you sure that this isn't a baby book for cows?
Who knows? Maybe this person's name is Gaxlithine.
Ah.
Yeah, because from the family Slithine, yeah. That's a little reference for you.
So that is one thing that has changed since last time, is that Gerard has watched pretty much all of Doctor Who. Hence all the Doctor Who references that have been made.
So I'm making a lot of Doctor Who references simply because Nick coerced me into watching Doctor Who back in August, I think towards the end of August.
It was gentle coercion. I only held a gun to his head and kidnapped his family.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so... and I've been making my way through the series ever since, and I'm currently... starting I'm at the end of series 8. Yeah, at the end of series 8, the Christmas special last Christmas, and I'm going and then I'm moving on to series 9 pretty soon. I just need to finish the episode, but yeah, so there's that. For those of you who have been confused by the Doctor Who references, why they're suddenly all here. Right.
It's what happens when you have 6 weeks away.
Exactly. All right.
So just on the topic of names. So when I was in England, I met up with some family friends at a pub. And there was this little puppy that was running around and causing chaos. Like, it tried to bite the Christmas tree and then pissed on the Christmas tree.
Okay.
And then ran from its owner and ran behind the bar.
That's a chaotic dog right
Fortunately, he did own the pub, but still, like, what's he doing behind the bar? So he had a bigger dog, like a black lab, and then this was the puppy version.
Okay.
So the black lab was called John.
Okay.
And the little was called Nodge, and I couldn't figure out why. It's John backwards, N-O-H-J.
Oh my god. So that'd be like if there's two sisters named Heaven and Nevea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's allowed because it's for dogs and not for people.
You know that somewhere out there, that name pair is actually used for a human. You know that. There's 8 billion people in the world currently, Nick, and you can't be so naive to think that there's not a John Nodge pair.
There'll be a Nodge somewhere out in the world.
Yes, there will. There will. Exactly. Anyway, moving on. So this is a relatively normal name, right? Her name is Amy, right?
Last name Pond?
No. Yeah, exactly. No. But there's a second name. Well, this is not really a second or middle name, right? It's part of the first name, right? So it's all one word, right? But the nickname is Amy.
Okay.
The second part of that is Rackle. A miracle. Amy Rackle. But those are some choice words, Nick. Man, you just can't stop it.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So it's all one name, Amy Rackle, right? Amy, A-M-Y-R-A-C-K-L-E.
What
right?
the bloody hell is her last name? Amy
I don't
Rackle Jones.
I don't know. Who knows?
Because if her name was Amy Rackle,
Yeah.
like if they did it because it's a
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
play on the first and last name, that's a little bit more like, okay,
Well,
I hate it, but I
Yeah.
can understand it. If the name was already Rackle.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So, well, it says on the post, right? My friend called the patient back, Amy Rackle, literal how it's spelled Amy Rackle, and it was actually a miracle. LMFAO, we still die to this day over that encounter. Yeah. So her entire name, right? AMYRACKLE, right? That's it. Amy Rackle. I guess that's why she goes by Amy, because her parents are, stupid. Who knows? But yeah, a miracle.
See, if I was them, I
Mm-hmm.
would be like, "Oh, I'm praying for Amy Rackle to happen."
And she did happen, right? Yeah, there she is, right in front of you.
Oh God, it's getting to the end of the month. The mortgage is due. I need Amy Rackle to come and save me.
Oh my god. So this one's not. I hope to God it's not an actual name, but it's a meme, right? From on Twitter, or making fun of these names.
Meme.
It's a meme. And it says, "I love how we announce the height and weight of our newborn children as if they're prize fish." McKinsley was caught straight from the cooter, weighing 7 pounds, 8 ounces, and measuring 21 inches long. And this is how she chose to jokingly spell McKinsley. McKinsley was caught straight from the cooter, weighing 7 pounds, 8 ounces, and measuring 21 inches
Surprised they
long.
didn't have a picture of someone holding the baby upside down, like they do with fish.
Oh my god! Just by their feet.
Or like holding it across their arms.
I think it would be funnier if the baby was upside down and they're just being held on their feet. That would be hilarious. Just like, yeah,
Bloody McKinsley.
McKinsley. Yeah. This one, unfortunately, looks like a real name. Okay, so you've heard of the name Emerson, right?
Yep.
Right? So famous writer Ralph Waldo Emerson,
Yep.
right? Just as a first name.
There's some international football players called Emerson.
Yeah. A lot of, you'll notice that a lot of like girls' first names come from, for some reason, male last names, like Tiffany and Co., right? The name Tiffany is, I think there's like a Sir Henry Tiffany or something like that.
Have you ever heard? Sorry, this is going off on a bit of a tangent.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it's called. You might know because of your love of like Broadway and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a kind of like Occam's razor. There's a thing where it's like
Yeah.
a name or an item doesn't seem like it should have been around in the time period that you're writing about. So like the name Tracy
Yeah.
was a name in the 1400s.
Yeah.
But you would never write a character into a novel about the 1400s called Tracy, even though you could do
No,
it.
you wouldn't, yeah.
Because people would just be like, who the bloody hell is Tracy? What is she doing
That
here?
sounds like the stripper
Like,
from, from the
absolutely.
gentleman's club that I go to.
What is Tracy doing here in medieval England?
Exactly.
But it is a legitimate example of something that could.
Yeah. I've heard of that because, like, there was a. Speaking of the name Tiffany, right? The reason why I know that Tiffany is used to be a last name is because there's a YouTuber named CGP Grey, right, who traced the name Tiffany all the way back to like medieval times.
Nice.
Yeah, he researched so many different like it was like the different books that like detailed all the names of the people who went on record. What's that called? It was like a census. Yeah, a census book.
Yeah.
But of course, the records from like 1300s were not exactly good.
Yeah.
Right. But so he traced it back as best as he can. Right. But yeah, it turns out the name Tiffany comes from like roots such as Theophania or
that would make sense. Yeah.
yeah. And then it went to like there's a guy named Henry Tiffin. Right. And then of course it evolved from people not being able to spell their names.
Yeah.
Right.
Because no one could read or write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And eventually it evolved to Tiffany, and then it became popular with Breakfast at Tiffany's, that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it showcased also Tiffany and Co., right? And that's why the name Tiffany has become really popular, especially like back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so it just kind of spread. And today, there's a whole bunch of Tiffany's.
And they're all having breakfast.
Yes, at Tiffany's. Yeah. Anyway, so that's a long tangent to go off of Emerson, right? But yeah, so you've heard of the name Emerson. Have you? How would you spell it in this context?
Oh, no. Well, normally I would spell it Emerson.
You're correct for the first 4 letters.
What?
There's 2 vital letters that were changed.
Well, I would hope it's not the S and the N.
It's not the N.
Oh, God, it's the S and the O?
Yeah.
What?
Emerson. So Emercyn. Emerson.
Oh, God.
Are you okay, Nick?
No.
No? Not really? How do you feel
No.
about that name? You just skipped it.
I don't know. I can't find what I'm looking for.
There you go. There's a sensor.
No, where's the...
What are you looking for?
Where's what?
No. The
Why does the live studio audience like seeing me suffer?
It's called trombone. It's the.
Oh, is it this one?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not even like funny haha.
No.
You know, it's not even like this.
No.
It's just kind of sad.
Oh my God!
Oh my God. So yeah, Emerson. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So let's see.
All this is making me realize is that I'm losing faith in certain
Yeah.
sectors of humanity.
Yeah. So so it's a German post, right? It's not about
999 Krankenwagen.
no. Well, you're actually close though. So they've encircled where they mentioned the name. Okay. I have a feeling. So they've encircled.
Leute, jetzt wird genudelt! Abmarsch! Die Spaghetti
Bolognese. That's enough of that.
I'm slowly converting him. Wow.
I don't know. It's catchy. Anyway,
It's because you said German. I had to.
yeah, yeah. So it's a German post, right? But I guess they're talking about their child, right?
Okay.
And they've encircled what the child's name is. It's pronounced Nina. And how do you think it's pronounced? German, it being German, has a lot of influence on how it's spelled.
Are there
Just
some,
saying.
Are there some umlauts?
No? Think of some German words that could be interpreted as Nina.
What is it? Neina? Is it Nina? No.
You're
Nina.
absolutely correct. So it's NN, right? NNEINNA.
999.
999.
9 spaghetti bolognese for the dick.
Yes. Yes, exactly. So it's pronounced Nina.
I'm not as disappointed in that one. I was ready to be a lot more disappointed in that one.
Okay. Get ready to be a lot more disappointed.
God.
Okay. So it's a common name, right? Obviously, it was spelled weirdly, but I think it's meant as a joke.
Okay.
Okay. So nobody's actually this stupid to name their kid this.
Okay.
Right? But it is a joke that I think will cut deep.
Oh God.
It's so the name is Andy. How do you think they spelled it?
Andy.
But yeah, so it's a joke, right?
Oh, is it
so,
ANN space DE?
No, even more ridiculous, actually. So yeah, so the post on Twitter says, naming my son Andy, but spelled, obviously, yeah, that's spelling. And it's pronounced Andy. Think of the most ridiculous, abstract spelling of Andy.
XQR. Am I close?
No, not really. It's actually clever, though, right? So it's not just a random string of letters. Do you want to see it?
Please.
So the way they spelled it...
Andy short for ampersandy.
Yeah. They've put the ampersand symbol and the letter Y together, and that's how they're going to spell Andy. And E. Precisely. I think we got 2 or 3 more names here.
Oh, yeah, I've got one for you.
Okay.
So this was in England.
Uh-huh.
So we chose our daughter's name Lanesra
Okay.
because it was unique and romantic.
Okay.
So it's spelled Lanesra. So it's not spelled any particular wrong way or anything like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't until she was 2 that my husband told me it was actually his favorite football team, Arsenal, spelled backwards.
Oh my god! You gotta tell Eduardo that he's gonna flip out because his favorite team is Arsenal, and he's gonna name his kid that probably.
Yep. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
Lanesra. Calling you out, Eduardo. For
it was you, wasn't it, Eduardo?
yeah, because Lanesra. Man. Okay. So moving on. Right. So this name is Cambrin.
Jesus.
Cambrin.
Well, I would hope that it would be spelled Cambryn, but I have a feeling it's not going to be.
You're only off by one letter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it K?
Yes.
Oh.
It's K. Cambrin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not as disappointed in that one.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah. Okay. So this one is a list of names from a Facebook group called Fantasy and Paranormal Romance Book Lovers. Right. So obviously they would want a fantasy name. Right. And they provided a list of the ones that they're thinking. Post says, having a baby girl soon, and I want her name to have a fantasy vibe. Which one is your favorite? And this is the list.
What?
Yep.
Oh my God.
So let me read the names out to the audience. First one is Saga Suline, which is Soline, Souline, right? Salem Sage, Coven Dove, Ember Soline, Aura Cove, or Grey Soline. They're really fixed on that Soline.
Yeah,
What
they
does
really
that
love
mean?
that. I don't know.
Yeah, Soline, I don't know.
Soline.
Soline. Oh my God. You know it's a good day when Nick makes a Dolly Parton reference.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we can do a couple more. This one's an Instagram bio, right? You know how moms proudly display that they're moms by saying their child's name, and they're like
mother of such and such.
mother of this.
And,
yeah. So this one put their Instagram bio as Drayson's mommy, right? How do you think? How do you think Drayson, D starting with a D, Drayson, is spelled?
Jesus.
I would understand Grayson because you know.
Well, I was going to say Drayson, like Grayson, but with just a D. Mm-hmm. But I'm assuming it's not that. So is it Draycyn?
You're off by like one letter, I think.
Is there another N?
No. Drayson.
Oh, with an S. Oh
Yeah. So Draysyn.
It's not Drayson, it's the mother's sin. It's the sin of the mother.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's the sin
Because
of
it's
the
one
mother.
of those things that these people don't think about. Is it might be a cute name like Aura Celine or whatever, but your child has to put up with that for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty much. I don't think they think about the consequences. They just see them as a baby and that they'll be a baby forever, and then they can just parade them around like a trophy.
it's like when we found out in Family Guy that Meg's name is short for Megatron.
Megatron. Now that was funny. Okay, when Peter took away her birth certificate and wrote Megatron and this robots in disguise, you know, that was actually hilarious.
Do you want a name joke?
Sure.
What did the drummer name his daughters?
Anna 1, Anna
Anna
2.
2.
Heard of that before.
But I probably told it to you.
Yeah, I think so. Anna 1,
Anna
Anna 2.
2.
I know. But so I think we can do one last name.
Okay,
Right.
sounds good.
I don't know if this name is supposed to be pronounced Callista or Kylista
Oh God, the fact that you don't know tells me
Yeah.
that, oh no.
or Killista. Who knows? How do you think it's spelled?
Kylista.
You're actually quite close.
Really? Are you kidding me?
So it's like Kylista Johnson, and it's spelled Kyhalllista.
As someone who comes from the country of the unnecessarily long words, that has way too many unnecessary letters.
At least that, you know what? I think there's one day there's going to be a person who goes by Rex, but their name is Raxacoricofallapatorius.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's already happened.
Yeah. Or they go by Pat, Raxacoricofallapatorius. Hi, my name is Pat. Is that short for Patrick? No, Raxacoricofallapatorius.
Can you spell that for me?
I mean, I think I kind of got it down on how to spell it. I've been trying to memorize how to spell it.
That scene when they're just going around Raxacoricofallapatorius because they figured out how to say it.
Yes, Raxacoricofallapatorius.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, well, this has been fun.
Absolutely.
A voyage of self-discovery.
So I have something that I want to do before the end of the podcast.
Okay.
So we keep shouting out my other podcast. So I have another friend who has a podcast. And it started just after we took our hiatus.
Okay.
So we haven't had a chance to talk about it.
Okay. Are you on it as well?
Not yet.
No?
I haven't been asked yet.
Okay.
Because it's about fashion and I know nothing about fashion. I am like the least fashionable person.
Okay, let's hear you talk about fashion for a second, Nick. What do you think about scarves?
Well, I mean, I wear scarves when I go and watch football because there's football scarves.
Okay, move on to the podcast.
So it's called Paper Sandwiches. And it's all, like I said, it's all about fashion. It's about fashion. There is a little bit of music in there as well because an old friend of mine, Brent, who you know, he's
Can we say his name?
Yeah, it's fine because I just told him to go and listen to the podcast.
Okay.
And he uses his real name. His co-host doesn't,
Okay.
but he does. So we know that his name is Brent.
Okay.
So, but yeah, check out Paper Sandwiches if
Check
you have
out
any
Paper
interest
Sandwiches.
in fashion.
Where is it playing?
Well, I listen to it on Apple Podcasts.
Okay.
But I mean,
it on
I listen to
Spotify?
it on podcasts because we go on Spotify, obviously.
We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Oh, there
So
you go.
don't worry about it. We're
fine.
not exclusively on Spotify. Don't worry.
And I'm
about
pretty
it.
sure Paper Sandwiches is the same.
Yes. Okay.
So, but yeah, if you
So-
have any interest in music and fashion, like their second episode, they did the fashion of Dipset, which Dipset is a rap sort of group. So, which is very interesting because they had some weird early 2000s fashion.
I know some people who are dipsits.
Dipset?
Or I'm sorry, dip.
Yeah. See, it's the spelling. Got you
Yes.
messed up.
Exactly. Okay. So I mean, this could be a thing, right? If you know any
Absolutely.
other podcasts that people should listen to, we'll go ahead and shout them out. If anyone wants to comment any podcast that we want to shout out, we can go ahead and do it. It's not like we're famous or anything.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. But when we do,
But we do have very active fans who will riot if we don't start putting
they will riot.
episodes
You
out,
know
so-
who you are. You know who you are. But anyway. Yes, exactly. But anyway, so yeah. What is your question for the week, Nicholas?
Oh, God, I forgot about that. I mean, I remembered. that
Already?
part.
It's only been an entire week.
If you could introduce a name into society,
Okay.
what would it be? It doesn't have to be ridiculous, but it's most likely going to be ridiculous.
Introduce a name into society?
Like, are you going to have someone called Spag for spaghetti Polonaise? Or Polly, short for Polonaise.
You know what? So I've been writing recently like a lot of like different screenplays and shit, right? So I've been trying to like see which ones I can format into movies or into books and stuff like that. Just kind of flowing my creativity out onto a piece of paper, right? And one of my character names, right? He's a boarding school jockey,
Okay.
right? And his name is Wharton, Wharton.
So, like the School of Finance.
Is that a familiar name?
I don't know. I heard it on a podcast one time and I was like, oh
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. So his full name is Wharton Messing.
Oh.
So you that's kind of a name that I want to introduce into the world. Don't copy it. Obviously, it's under copyright, and I will sue you. I'm just kidding.
No, he will.
But yeah, so that's kind of a name that I want to introduce into the world because I thought of it one day and I was like,
That's a cool name.
Wharton. Okay.
Do you know what image I have of Wharton Messing?
Okay.
Is someone like Nigel Thornbury. Nigel Thornbury. Wharton Messing.
Yes. Yes. So imagine Nigel Thornbury in like a boarding school outfit, basically. And I also had this other story where this guy's name is Thorn, Thorn.
Fair.
But that's his nickname.
Fair.
His full name is Thornbud Samuels.
Interesting.
Don't know why. The story is very dramatic and it's very like serious, but for some reason I'm like, yeah, Thornbud. That makes sense.
Interesting.
Thornbud. And he goes by Thorn.
Interesting.
Thornbud. So I just want to throw that into the world. So if you ever come across one of my stories, yeah, just know that at least one of them is going to have the most unique name.
Fair.
So Thornbud and Wharton.
When I was playing Hogwarts Legacy, I wanted to come up with a unique name so that it wasn't just Nick or, Simon or something like that. So
Or
my
Harry.
character's name was Invictus.
Invictus?
Yeah.
Does he go by Vic?
I actually can't remember what his last name was
Oh my god.
because I haven't played it for such a long time.
Oh
but
my God.
yeah, I was just looking at Latin words and I was like, oh, Invictus. That sounds cool.
That's fair. When you go like through like Latin words, yeah.
Yeah.
That
There's some
seems
crazy
fair.
ones.
Yeah. Anyway, this has been a lot of fun. What would be a name that you wanted to introduce to the world?
Indeed.
Yeah. All right.
And if you need any help, just go to Starbucks and get them to write your name and you'll probably come up with a
right?
great name.
Exactly. It was funny because like there's like oh my god. There was somebody who I think they said that their name was Mike with a K. Right?
So they put kike.
Kike. Yeah. Yeah, so that was no, it was Mark with a C.
Kark.
Yeah, Kark. So C-A-R-K. Kark.
Have you ever seen that one where the dad puts his name as Dobby? And when they a latte for Dobby?
Master has given Dobby a latte.
Dobby is free.
Oh my god. That is funny only to Harry Potter fans.
Which means it's hilarious because everyone's a Harry Potter fan.
Are we sure about that?
Well, they should be.
Anyway.
Or else.
Ooh. Anyway, thank you very much for listening.
Indeed.
And we'll see you guys next week. Totally
Absolutely.
next week and not in the next hour when we're recording this. Nick, can you play us out, please?
It's raining tacos